Alright, what is happening? Hey y'all, happy Memorial Day to everyone. Appreciate y'all being here. Hope you're having a great holiday with your family. Becky in here, Meech in here, appreciate you. What's going on? She says, at least I beat Nance. Yeah, you know Becky had her finger hovering over that button, man. She was ready to go. But yes, it is Memorial Day, so thanks and prayers to all the veterans out there. Today we broke the streak. We got the blue drink back, so we are having a blue drink. I did see though that Crumble has the Tres Leches cooked cake thing through the end of the month. So, you will be excited to find out that you have not missed it, and it is not too late. You can go get some right now. Well, not right now because they're not open today, but tomorrow you could go and get some. You could get you some Tres Leches. Trust me, you should do it. I found out, and I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go get some myself because I thought I missed it, and it is delicious. If you have not tried the Tres Leches at Crumble. So this topic is kind of crazy. I saw a couple people kind of like chattering about it, and then I just saw a flood, absolute flood of videos on TikTok about it. So I thought we could go through those because it's pretty wild. Like, Goodwill used to be a place where you could get stuff cheap. You know, I used to work at a place that was next to a Goodwill, and it was, you know, you could go in there, get a pair of pants for $2 and a shirt for $1 or $2, and then have your, you know, clothes for a job interview or an outfit for work or something like that for $4 or $5. But now it's not like that anymore. I don't know what it is. But actually, I think I do know what it is. I didn't know before, but apparently Goodwill has been watching a little bit too much TikTok themselves, because they are starting to increase prices to the point where the people who are their target audience can no longer afford to shop there. And we've talked before about these resellers and how they have ruined what was it, Marshalls. So this is another place that the resellers are supposedly ruining. So we'll look into that. We'll hear from all sides. I got some resellers. Crooked Orchids in the chat. Hello. Hope you had a great weekend. Good Memorial Day to you. Yeah, Nance still isn't here. He must be sleeping. That's okay. You know, everybody's gotta take a break. It's all right. But yeah, so I noticed, I figured, you know, first we could hear straight from the source. You go right to Goodwill here, and they really are pretty upfront. Becky says ours has a half off day on certain color tags, but I seen a Goodwill worker taking the clothes off the rack with that color tag. See, and I think that when they do those kind of tag sales, they make sure that the tags are only on certain items, and to the detriment of the customer in a lot of cases. But I think a lot of places have even stopped doing those sales. I saw a lot of people in the comments complaining about how the color tag sales have gone away. But yeah, so, you know, you go to their website, let's say you had never heard of Goodwill, and you find out, oh, find your next job. They help people find jobs. If you shop at Goodwill, your treasure hunt will help us change lives in your community, you know? That sounds like a really noble effort. Oh, Becky says she hasn't been back since. Okay, okay. Speaking with your dollar, that's what we got to do, you know? That's the only way that we can influence these retailers. Crooked Orchid says, I think it's how long the item has been there. Okay, okay. I didn't know that. That's an interesting point, though. I guess if it's sitting there too long, they want to rotate that stock. So yeah, that's true. Maybe they want to keep it moving. That's a good point. But yeah, so they encourage making donations. Your donations help to support our free job placement services and preserve the planet. Guys, we're preserving the planet if we go to Goodwill. If we make a donation to Goodwill. And then all these awesome companies have partnered with them, and they have all these quotes from different company CEOs talking about how awesome they are. But what the story on the ground is quite different, okay? If you're not familiar, everything that is inside of a Goodwill store is 100% donated. There are new items. They do have new items on their shelf that are like liquidated or overstock from like box stores and grocery stores, but everything, 100% of the stuff in there is donated. They do not pay a cent for any of it. So to sell these things for some of the prices that they're asking is absolutely insane, and it's disenfranchising their loyal customers. Like Becky. Like Becky said, she hasn't been back since. KO says, I haven't been to a Goodwill because I don't like their policies. Can you explain? What policy are you talking about? Because I want to know. If we're going to lambaste a company, let's get all the dirt out there. This is all alleged, guys, of course. Don't sue me. But yeah, so let's just check out a customer perspective here.
If anyone knows the CEO of Goodwill, can you tag him or send him this video? Why the fuck is all your shit in Goodwill so expensive now?
Hey, okay.
I go into Goodwill trying to save money, trying to thrift. The fact that now that a basic t-shirt that someone could have bought from Walmart clearance rack is $5 is a problem. That is a problem. I went over to the jacket aisle and I see this Nike windbreaker.
KO says, like May is red, June is blue, and the items get donated there, and 3 months later they discount the red, and then okay, I see. The colors rotate so that they, okay, that makes sense. She says I don't know what the timeline is, but like my man Macklemore, I love thrifting. Yeah, man, he really did make it cool. That song was everywhere when it came out. KO says Goodwill is like Chick-fil-A. Oh, okay. I got you.
First of all, the material was so thin that not an ounce of wind would have been stopped, but that's a Nike problem, not a Goodwill problem. Let me refocus. But I look at the price tag of this Nike windbreaker, $15. It wasn't new. It actually had a stain by the bottom of the jacket.
We're talking about used items Nike windbreaker that they received for free, you know? Like, so I feel like if it's used, the original price is kind of irrelevant at that point. Like thrift stores, you aren't expecting the price to be based on the item's original list price.
At Goodwill. Now, mind you, Goodwill is not paying anyone to donate this stuff. Goodwill gets all this stuff for free. So why are prices skyrocketing in Goodwill? The whole idea behind Goodwill is to do good onto people so they can get a minor break in the economy. And now y'all want to price everything $5 or more. I know there's some stuff in there that's still reasonable, but if I go to Goodwill and I'm looking just for a
This is Blair Allison, by the way. She's on TikTok. She's 100% right.
Basic top, I shouldn't have to pay at least $5. I shouldn't have to pay $15 for a
like
Nike
I was saying, shirts used to be a couple bucks.
Organization. I've been going to my local thrift stores because at least they're reasonable.
Her hair looks wonderful, by the way.
What has happened to Goodwill? Like, can we not get a break somewhere?
Yeah, for real, dude. I feel you. Give us a break, please. So this guy compared the CB says, well, I forgot today was Monday. Well, hey, happy Monday to you, CB. Hope you're having a good Memorial Day. I thought I'd go a little earlier today. I was a couple minutes early. But yeah, so this is Adrian, Peru, and they were comparing the used and new prices of items.
Honestly, I'm getting so tired of donating to Goodwill.
And he actually donated a couple of these items to Goodwill, and he's in there making a video trying to see how they priced the items that he donated, okay? This is a really interesting video. CB says, I was out day drinking like it was Sunday. Hey, that's what holidays are for, babe. Do it up. Live life.
Honestly, I'm getting so tired of donating to Goodwill. I donated these, and they're selling them for $15. These jeans cost me $15 when I first bought them.
Izod jeans, he bought new for $15, wore and donated, and now they have them for sale for $15. Used jeans, guys.
And they're used at $15 now. And these my girlfriend donated last week. Look at that, $60.
$60 for donated jeans, you guys. What? I mean, I know girls' jeans are expensive, okay? And maybe this brand, maybe originally, maybe they cost $80. Maybe they cost $100. I don't care if they cost $600. $60 for somebody's used jeans? Like, who do they think their customer base is?
$60? That's ridiculous. Like, if we knew they're gonna put them at these prices, we would just give them away or something. Like I get it, make your money, Goodwill, but that is way too much. And I think my girl had these for like 2 years, and they're going for $60 now.
That's the Miss Me denim brand. You know what? Hold on. Let's just... We got the time. Let's see. Miss Me denim jeans women. Okay. They are from Buckle, and they're available on Amazon, and they are oh, sorry, I'm not even showing it. $82 to $120 for these jeans. CB says Miss Me brand new is around $100. Yeah, so these are like $80 to $120. And I'm sure different ones, whatever, different sizes, styles, who knows. But what a rip, dude. $60. Like, if you're gonna drop 60 on the jeans, just get the new ones for 80. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is robbery. They should be $6, not $60. But okay, all right. So there's a verification.
Used.
At least it was lower than the new price, because there's going to be a lot of items that are priced the same as the new price, or in some cases much higher than the new price.
I need someone at Goodwill to come to the front of the class because I have lots of questions.
I love this girl, by the way.
Pretty poor.
This is Charnette Estes on TikTok, and this is a recent video. This is from March of this year.
I come to the front of the class because I have lots of questions. Now, we grew up pretty poor, and we used to thrift a lot because that's the only way we could get things. Go to yard sales, consignment stores. We used to go to Goodwill. But why all of a sudden are Goodwill prices competitive to other retail stores when they're getting all this for free? This is obviously a used bird cage. It's $40. Now, that's on...
Now, bird cages can be expensive. So if you don't know any context, $40 might seem, hey, that's a decent price because no one, it's not damaged or anything. The bird doesn't know it's used.
It's on the PetSmart website for $50, and you can probably find...
No way. It's on PetSmart's website for $50, and they want $40 for a used one that a bird has already defiled? You guys. CB says, holy lip filler. Oh no. Nance says, never got a notification today. Oh well, sorry about that. I posted, I think I posted 15 minutes before I went live, but I did go live at a little early today, so that's okay. I appreciate you being here. At least Meech wasn't first. He says, oh, he's coming for Meech. Yeah, do you think she has lip filler? I don't know. I couldn't tell.
The coupon for it. Brand new.
Meech still beat you. Oh.
Because why is this $12.99?
$12.99. Okay, but again, when you're looking at it, you're like, okay, this is lamp. Lamp is $12.99. Doesn't seem like a crazy price, right?
These stand-in lamps. Because the same lamp, same brand, everything is at Walmart for $9.87.
What?
This
Ma'am.
aquaculture fish tank, $45 at Walmart. Everything included. $39.99 here. Only
What?
the aquarium and lot. None of this other stuff included. Turn dial stained up crock pots. $30. $29.99.
You're telling me $30 for a crock pot? I bet $100 I could find a crock pot brand new for less than that right now with very little effort. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm getting behind. Meech says that's what she said. Nance says, and he would let you beat him, literally. CB. That's so kind of you, yes, absolutely. KO says, where are these people? They are, the videos are from different places in America. KO says, I can find a new crock pot or coffee maker for $15 to $30. See, that's what I want to see. I want to see, hold on. That was a Hamilton Beach. Let's just be fair. It was a Hamilton Beach crock pot. So sorry, bacon strips. I wasn't talking into the microphone. See, this is the exact one right here at Kohl's for $21.99 brand new. There it is. $21.99. That's insane. That is insane. I'm not going to do this for every item in the video, I swear. Used. A used lotion for $3.99. I don't. Is that even sanitary? Like, would you buy a lotion that was half used from? I don't think I would. I'm thrifty, okay, but a half-used hygiene product seems risky. You know what I'm saying?
Used Tresemme, $8. You can get the 2-pack with the shampoo and conditioner for $12 at Walmart.
No. And so it's $12, so it's $6 at Walmart. But they're selling it for $8 for a used bottle that's open. CB says, I'm sorry, but I just can't buy used items. Dude, for 99% of things, I'm with you. Like, I would so much rather get if I'm trying to find a deal, get a clearance on a new thing than get something that's gonna bring like bugs in my house or something like that. Like gross. Okay, so hold on. I didn't let her finish.
Those little Walmart Christmas candles that they have for about $5.
$7.99 for the $5 Walmart Christmas candle.
$7.99. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's my store. Are they donating all this extra money? I just need to know what the plan is, because I don't understand. Okay, bye.
She said, "Okay, bye." I like her a lot. That's Charnette Estes. CB says, "I don't even buy used cars." See, a used car I think is different, but I get what you mean. Like, I don't know. Buying used pants is a tough one. But, you know, I mean, I guess if you're washing the stuff and it's not worn out, then fine. And also, they have a ton of stuff at Goodwill that is brand new, as you're seeing in these videos here. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking here, but people are going in and even on like large items, because they do sell large like houseware items like furniture, couches, stuff like that, and people are getting shocked when they see those prices too. CB says she's really going hard with the lip filler. No shade, I have an appointment in a few weeks for some, but I hope it does not look like that. Hey, I think, you know, to each their own. Some people have a different desire of plumpness, maybe? I don't know. I'm with you though. I like the subtle. You know, that it can be a little much. If it's obvious that you're doing it, it's too much in my opinion. But it's a personal preference, you know? I'm not gonna yuck your yum. Becky says, "I'm buying used cars all day long. I can't afford a new one with the high interest rates." Becky, I'm with you. I would probably never buy a brand new car just because of the loss of money. Because to me, even if I had $100,000 cash to get any vehicle I want, I still am not going to buy a brand new one. I'm going to buy a 2024 that somebody drove around for a little bit, has a few thousand miles on it, and then they brought it back. Because you're going to pay 60 to 70% less of the original price just because of that. So, I don't mind that personally. CB says, "How about the used jeans though, Becky?" See, I think that's different. I think that is way different. Used jeans, it feels intimate. I don't know. You guys tell me. Is it too much to get pants at the thrift store? I don't know. I feel like you can wash them if they're new, if they're good. You know what's the harm in that? But to be honest, I mostly have used thrift stores for like costumes, like when I needed a costume or something. Or also I've when I worked at the place that was by a Goodwill, I used to buy outfits for my employees all the time. So yeah, I definitely have done that, because some people, you know, they don't want to invest a bunch of money into something if they don't know if they're going to like the job, which I totally understand. So it's great for that. But then you walk in there and they want $60 for a pair of used pants. Get out of here. Becky says, "Hell no, I'm not. I don't shop at Goodwill." Nance says, "All I can think about is someone like JLR has worn them prior." See, me too, man. Like, yeah. Becky agrees. Yeah, it's like all I think about is bugs when I think about a thrift store. I don't know why. Like, I'm sorry if that is offensive, but I feel like they also aren't what they used to be. Like, I feel like when we were younger, you used to be able to get good stuff there. But now, clothes are made so terribly that they don't really last long enough to be secondhand. KO says, I grew up dirt poor and I love thrift stores. Was everything. I have found money in the pockets of pants. Hey, see, that's a score. KO says, I get work pants there for $2.99. For some short, I'll get dirty in the kitchen. Yeah, see, when I worked in restaurants, I did the same thing. We had to wear khakis at one place I worked at, and I wasn't going to go out and buy $50, $60 brand new khakis to ruin them the next day, getting food and sauce on them. Absolutely, I'm with you. I'd go down there and get all kind of things. But they also have like new stuff that's like overstock, so I'd kind of get those. Yeah. Oh, Nance. Okay. Yeah. People who have zero hygiene. Yeah. I'm with you. KO says you have to find the good places. Okay. I agree. It does seem to be hit or miss with the locations. Nance says, ain't that the truth, Drew? I have some jeans from when I was in high school still, and the new ones I've bought have worn out in no time. I'm with you, dude. I have jeans from when I was in high school that still fit, that are still holding up, and I have jeans that I bought last year that are ripped up and I can't wear anymore. KO says Marks is also my main jam. Nance, you know what? I might do a whole thing about denim. I have a whole conspiracy about that. We'll come back to that. Oh, okay. So this girl, I thought this girl had a pretty good skit. This is what she imagines the Walmart pricing people to be. CB says, I grew up poor too, but my mom would draw the line, Nike checkmark on our clothes because my mom would draw the Nike checkmark on our clothes because we wanted Nike. Oh, that's funny. See, I agree, KO. KO says, oh my god, that's so sweet. Dude, me too. I absolutely agree. Nance says hazardous. They could be hazardous.
We're considered a hazardous building.
Goodwill could be considered a hazardous building. Becky says, I love me some Marks. I don't know if we have Marks in this area. I've not been to a Marks if we have one. But okay, so here's this is Swamp Amish on TikTok.
All right, team, let's get to pricing some things. $10. What do you mean it's used? Look at that. There's more than half the bottle left. $10. Wow,
$10.
now that is fancy. Put it in the case. Under $99.99. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure how to check if it's real silver. It looks silver, don't it? Now this is a nice clip. This is a nice clip, y'all.
This is like dead on. This might actually be surveillance footage of a Goodwill.
At least $5 on this. I mean, they sell these at TJ Maxx. Now, what even is this? Oh, it's one of them razor contraptions. It doesn't look too used. $4.
No.
Woo!
A used razor?
That better go on the designer rack. $7.99.
Shein on the designer rack. Lord have mercy. And you think that's a joke? It's real. You're gonna see it. OKO says, I'll have to make a video tour of Marks. Okay, cool. Yeah, do it. I would check that out for sure. CB says, I can't do Marks. Their food is borderline expired. Okay, so it's like a grocery store slash... Is it like Aldi? We have Aldi here. KO says spectacular, you mean? Yeah. I wish I had that button. Sir, borderline spectacular. And their other stuff, not a chance anyone actually needs it. Okay, so it's like kind of like flea market vibe. Becky says, oh, I'm not buying food there. Okay. KO says it's a hoard paradise. Becky says, I mean, I buy stuff all the time I need or used. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So I want to see this Marks. Oh, you buy stuff all the time you don't need or use. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. Oh my gosh.
99 on that. $7.99 on that. Oh, you saw it online for $2? What they don't know won't hurt them. Now what's this? Juicy Couture.
Oh no!
All right,
$100.
Another item for the designer rack. We can put.
I love the crack on that one. That's so good.
$24.99 on this one.
$24.99.
They'll pay it. It's Juicy Couture.
It's Juicy Couture. Oh my god, that was great. I love her. That's Swamp Amish on TikTok. But okay, so here, this is someone who found some furniture in there. They weren't even looking for furniture. But again, CB says, yeah, probably just don't go to Mark's. Okay. I want to check it out. I'm curious now.
I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times. Goodwill is outside of their ever-loving minds.
Oh my gosh. Outside their ever-loving minds. This is down south, I have a feeling, KO. This is Chelsea Bumstead on TikTok.
With their prices. I just went into this Goodwill, a brand new Goodwill. Y'all want to know what the price tag
Oh, I like her dress.
was? Now, I'm not trying to buy it. I just saw it, and I was like, oh, I wonder how much it is. $499.
Do what?
$499 for a table that you got for free. There was a couch, not even a full-size couch, okay? Like, almost like a love seat.
Okay.
$399.
Oh, no.
Why don't we just boycott? Why don't we just stop going there?
Yeah,
'Cause that is
$3.99 for a couch that you were given for free is crazy. That's wild. Like, what? CB says, right, but why? Why, KO? Their food is expired. And you don't need any of the actual trash they sell. You know what? I've found a couple of Goodwills that are selling actual trash too, and we have video evidence of that. But I thought, like, if you're trying to sell a table and chairs for $500 and a couch for $400 at Goodwill, like, you've lost touch with who your customer is. Because the type of person who is shopping at Goodwill to look for a couch and a table and chairs isn't trying to drop $500 on it. Otherwise, they'd buy a new one. Like, you could go to IKEA and get that brand new for $200, you know? KO says, I don't eat meat. Oh, okay. So you get like the non-perishable type stuff. Sorry, I don't know, like, what they even have. Like, is it a half grocery store, or is, like, selling expired stuff there? Is that like their tagline? Like, Mark's, it's not that expired. Or, hey y'all, come on, it's still good, trust me. I don't know. It depends on what the thing is. I might do that. I might buy something that's expired. If it's peanut butter, you know, or like a box of pasta or something like that, and the box isn't open, like, I'll buy something that's off date or whatever. That's okay. KO says, no, Drew, it's not Tiger King. That's what I want. That, you know, just a big truck, a U-Haul full of unrefrigerated meat. Give me a deal on that. That's the kind of thing I'm after, you know. So this is another new phenomenon. CB says, yes, their stuff is expired, and no one actually needs or should be buying. Okay. So another thing that Goodwill is doing is, if their pricing people don't catch a fancy item, like the girl in the skit was illustrating, and somehow a name brand were to make it onto the floor by some random chance, they will actually intercept that at the register, and they'll raise the price on you at the register even though it was labeled a different price on the shelf, which I'm pretty sure is a crime, right? Like, aren't they supposed to honor the price that's marked? Like, what's the KO says $10 worth of smoked ham. Hey, that's it's like Charlie's box of 50 hot dogs. Like, I don't know, man. Is it a good deal? I'm not sure. But okay. So she is showing us here. This is ItsTrishTalk on TikTok. She is showing us the sticker that says Goodwill shoes, $3.79. These are child shoes, okay? They're Vans, little Vans. And if you look at the bottom of the shoe, like, they're kind of dirty. Like, look at that. There's, like, gross stuff right here and right here. Like, I don't know what that is. You could probably get it off. You could probably get that clean, though. You know, they're for kids, and kids are gonna go through these things so quick, and, you know, before they even wear it out, they'll outgrow it. So, like, I totally get getting kids stuff at Goodwill. CB says the $10 worth of smoked ham will get you sick for sure. You're gonna spend $100 at the urgent care, but you saved on the ham. Black Magic says, hey everyone, hey Black Magic, hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for joining us. Oh, okay. KO says they have the best prices for some items. Since I do my shopping, I go in between them and Giant Eagle. Mostly, I would love to afford or go to better stores, but that's not in my 15. Well, yeah, see, that's the other thing, too, is you're riding a bike. So you're kind of limited in the stores that you can go to that are kind of within practical bike riding distance. That makes sense. Okay, so here, Black Magic, we were talking about Goodwill and how they are incredibly out of pocket with their pricing. These are some dirty child's Vans with gross stuff stuck to the bottom, and they're labeled $3.99 price tag, and she's gonna try and buy them, or $3.79, and she's gonna try and buy them and watch what happens.
So I came to Goodwill and I found some shoes for my son. They were priced at $3 something, and the manager, well, I asked for the manager because the kid tried to change it to a different pricing. And yes, it was a $5 difference, but that's freaking ridiculous that it has a price tag on it and they change it.
So they wanted to add $5 to the child's shoes that were marked as $3.79 and had gunk all over the bottom because they're Vans brand. Like, Vans isn't even like a designer brand. That's like a mall brand. And you're gonna, CB says, I miss Giant Eagle. We don't have Giant Eagle in Florida. Yeah, Giant Eagle's a nice grocery store for sure. I mostly go to Aldi, and then I will go to Kroger and Meijer. We have a Giant Eagle kind of nearby too, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I just don't go to that one. It's just the traffic, you know. I'd rather go to the store that's not very busy. But yeah, so basically she explains that they said, she called the manager, and the manager said, oh, well, we have to adjust the prices for name brand items. And, like, okay, fine, if you want to charge extra for Vans than, like, regular kids' shoes, whatever, but put that price on the price tag. Like, why are the people who are knowledgeable about pricing standing at the cash register instead of standing in the back with the pricing gun? It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. CB says, my Kroger delivery just got dropped off 5 minutes ago. Hey, that's the life, man. Kroger delivery is a beautiful thing. Black Magic says, I went to a Suns game for work in the company suite. Ooh, that's fancy. Guess who has the suite right next to my company's? Goodwill. I think it's insane that they spend money like that. Maybe I'm off base. You are not off base at all. It is insane. Like, what? Why does Goodwill need a box suite at the Suns? You know, like, isn't it a charity? What are we doing here? Just for curiosity, the Goodwill CEO I don't know, I can't find it. Oh. So it's looking like $570 to $950. I don't know. I mean, they're really not going to say like how much he actually gets paid. But yeah, Goodwill CEO makes a lot of money. KO says, we just got a Myers. Myers is great. I love it. I love Meijer. I really do. I go there a lot. Black Magic says, I have to admit, it changed my perspective of Goodwill. This was the last home game of the season, so it was recent. Okay. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and this whole thing has changed my perspective too, because it's like they're wearing this kind of superhero outfit, like, oh, we take unwanted items that would clog up the landfill, and we help people get jobs, and we invest money in the community, and blah blah blah. We take your donated items and get it to someone who needs it. But I don't know if they're really doing that anymore. Nat says, we have Tops and Wegmans here, and then some smaller ones like IGA and Surefine. Okay. That's in New York. KO says, that's the policies and stuff I'm talking about that I don't like. Goodwill. Yeah. Yeah. KO says, I like Badwill. I like Badwill too. I said that in the Discord earlier. I was like, hey, Badwill, we're investigating your nemesis tonight. Black Magic says, I'm curious what you showed before I tuned in. I'll definitely go back and check it out. Yeah, we're not too far into it, so don't worry. You didn't miss too many. But basically, what they're doing is they're charging a lot of money for things that are insane. Like, and they're here's another example of a price change that happened at the register. Hold on. Sorry.
Please let me know if this has happened to anybody else at a Goodwill, or like if they're allowed to do this. I popped into a Goodwill today to try to find some wall art because I'm trying to make a gallery wall in my new place.
Wall art. Okay, see, there's a great thing to shop for at Goodwill. Didn't even occur to me. That's a great idea. I usually look for like Marshalls or something like that. Seems to have a lot of wall art, home decor kind of stuff. Nance says Salvation Army seems anymore there to help over Goodwill. Yeah, I agree. They are a good organization. Definitely somebody good to donate to as well. Becky says, we got Apples, Walmart, Meijer, and an Aldi and Save-A-Lot. See, we used to have a Save-A-Lot. I remember Save-A-Lot. Nance says, I've heard of Restore for Habitat for Humanity, but I don't think we have one around my area. Yeah, we have a Habitat Restore. Well, not near me, but there's one in Columbus, like on the other side of town. It's really far away, but they have donated home like construction materials. So if you need like flooring or something and you can't afford it, they have it super cheap because it's donated. Black Magic says for inventory they get for free. They're nuts. Exactly. This is my point. They're getting it all for free. They have literally the only investment they have is in the sorting, and it's not like they're paying their workers like $50 an hour to sort through used clothes or whatever. But yeah, the habitat restore is a cool thing. I definitely am a fan of them.
And when I was looking at the
hopefully they haven't done anything problematic that I don't know about.
Or they wheeled out a cart with a bunch of new stuff. And in the cart, they had a LuLuLemon belt bag. Nothing special, just like a pink one that was like mildly used. And I knew my mom wanted one, so I was like, oh great, this is a great opportunity to get one. It's in great condition, whatever. So I picked it up.
Now, this isn't a cart of items was rolled out that was new items, but these were all priced. They all had price tags on them, okay? It was just new things that they hadn't put on the shelf yet.
It had like a $5.99 price tag. I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And when I got to the register, the lady at the register looked at it and said, oh, I gotta reprice this. And before I could even ask, she like ran to the back. And I was like, okay, maybe it's a couple dollars off, whatever. But weird because it has a price tag. It's not like it didn't have a price tag and it needed to be repriced. She comes back after like 5 minutes and repriced the belt bag at like $21.99. Which for context, a regular new belt bag is like $25 nowadays.
So it's $25 new. She repriced it to $21.99 from $5.99. Like, that's gross, man.
So I was like, what? Like, why did you do that? So then I was
yeah,
like, okay,
absolutely.
actually...
Like, right in front of you, the gall. Dude, I'd be so mad.
I don't really want that because I'm not going to pay $20
yeah,
for this
exactly.
LuLuLemon belt bag that you just changed the price of in front of me. And I'm all about helping and like rounding up every time I go to Goodwill.
I bet she was hoping that the girl would leave so she could get it.
Like, why did you do that? Like, I don't really understand. Like,
why
did the price change? And she goes, oh, the pricing team doesn't know brands. So I'm encouraged to change the price at the checkout if it's a reputable brand.
Do what, ma'am? The pricing team doesn't know brands? I feel like if anyone in Goodwill knows brands, it should be the pricing team, right? Like, who else in this place needs to know brands more than the pricing team? And then to say, oh, the guy who works at the cash register, or the girl who works at the cash register who just didn't get a chance to pirate that LuLuLemon purse before it went out onto the floor. Now she's like, oh, well, I'm going to miss out on this LuLuLemon thing if I don't price this customer out of it. So what she did is she saw $5.99, I'll buy it for $5.99. And then she told this girl it's going to be $24.99 or $21.99 or whatever, which is insane because the new price is only $3 more. Like, what are we doing, you guys? They have lost their way, man. CB says the habitat restores down here are full of the most expensive stuff you have ever seen in your life. These folks down here get new stuff yearly, and you can get so much good stuff there. Yes, I agree. A lot of good stuff gets taken there. So if you have a habitat restore in your town and you're looking to do repairs on your home and you're like flexible on like what... let's say like what colors things are or what, what styles things are or whatever, you can really get some amazing deals. Like whole kitchen stuff in there. You get a whole new countertop and sink and cabinets and everything. You could redo your bathroom there. It's amazing. KO says the Habitat place also gets JLR there time to time for piano playing. Oh, it really? Is that where he goes to play? Okay. So those videos are filmed at the Habitat Restore. That's funny. Yeah, KO says that's gross. And Elmo, yes. I forgot that's where JLR and Tomash go. Yeah, I didn't know that. Black Magic says the Habitat Restores are amazing. I volunteered at one here a couple of years back. See, yeah, and it is a great thing for people I like, even customers I have who are on a budget and they're like, I just need something to like fix this and I can't afford to buy a new thing. You know, you can really get some great deals there. But yeah, so what's next here? I guess I'll let her finish.
And I was like, that's kind of odd considering it had a price already, and I feel like that you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not gonna fight on this. She was like, you can talk to my supervisor if you want. I was like, I don't have the energy to put into this belt.
Right. Yeah, like you can talk to my supervisor if you want. Like, that's not how you treat a customer. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I guarantee that girl, she wanted it for herself and she was mad that this girl was about to get it for $6.
Like, whatever, but that's actually insane.
Yep.
And then I walked away from the register, bought my stuff, whatever. Then I watched her, like, hand it off to another employee, and they were, like, talking and, like, excited about it. And then she took it to the back office, like, this other employee.
Okay.
Like, didn't put it back out. Just,
Yep.
Looked at it,
Nailed
examined it, and then took it to the back office to, like, keep, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it was a way to get me not to buy it because she really wanted a belt bag. I don't really know. But the principle of it is kind of crazy that they can just change the price.
Like, I feel, I thought it was at the grocery store, if they have a price on the shelf and the thing is in front of that price, they have to honor that price, right?
At the register, because it's a quote-unquote reputable brand and the pricing team already had priced it at $5.99. I've heard about issues with pricing at Goodwill and such, but, like, this was a first that they changed the price at the register like that. I don't know. It's a sign that I just need to stick to my local thrift stores like I've been trying to. But yeah, let me know if that's ever happened to anybody, because that was...
And that's not a fluke. There's a lot of people out there who have had this exact same thing happen to them. It's crazy. KO says, yes, he goes to the one by me, so he doesn't get spotted. Or, because that's where the piano is. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I feel like a lot of people who go to the Habitat Restore are not in the market to buy a piano, so it probably will be there for a little while. So then we have another phenomenon. Also rain checks if they are out. Oh, okay. Get a rain check. So sometimes when people donate things to Goodwill, they aren't always, the most honest about it. Well, we'll say. And really who gets hurt by it is the end customer. Like this kid right here. Okay, this is, Marco with a K. Marco Cortez with Z's on TikTok. And he is an aspiring sneaker flipper type of account. And he is trying to buy shoes to resell here. Okay? And now he is going to check out these shoes and he's going to try and figure out if they're real. Which, I mean, I'm not a shoe aficionado, but look at him. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, look, he's even the side by side right there was brutal. Like, look at that. Like, dude, this is not the real thing, man. And, like, if you're going to be a reseller and you're using memes that have real versus fake pictures on them, I think you need to get some more education in the subject matter first. You need to know your product.
I think I'm going to leave them. They look no good.
Okay. Yeah. I left them, but I think the worker took them to the back. Didn't see I didn't see him put them back on the shelf. Okay, maybe the worker also fell for it, but if somebody owned that pair of shoes, they aren't going to donate them to Goodwill. They're going to sell them because they're worth money.
Appreciate it.
See, okay, here's another pair. These are Gucci. I forget what these ones are called. They're Gucci slides or Gucci shoes. And look at this bag. Like right away. Look at this. He holds it up to the light. Like, my man, you already know. Shame on the person who brought these in, by the way. That's so oh, come on now. Come on, guys. They think we're stupid. They really do. These seemed off too. Oh, no kidding. $179.99 is too much of a gamble for me. Good move, sir, because $179.99 is wild for some fake Gucci shoes. Whew. I wish Meech was in here to verify, but those looked 100% fake to me. I would never have bought those. I actually, hold on. Let's check his comments. Let's see what people had to say. This guy says, fake or not, you post them on your store, I'm copying, I don't care. How is bro a reseller and can't legit check it himself? Gucci is fake. The little card is a straight giveaway. Exactly. They're both fake. The Gucci is insane. It does not come with that card. Yeah, exactly. Like they put that in there to try to make it seem like it's real to a person who's never seen Gucci shoes, but Lord have mercy. You don't need to go over the top with it. You know what I mean? Like, this is trying way too hard, dog. CB says, no chance those are real. Thank you. See, I knew I wasn't the only one. One person says they look off. That means fake in shoe lingo. The 6s are definitely fake. Yeah, changing prices at the register. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Donating fake shoes to Goodwill is so... I mean, that's diabolical. Because you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. You're taking advantage of a person who is lower income and doesn't know what to expect when they open a box of designer shoes or whatever, and hoping that they're going to see that and be like, oh, wow, it's real. And then they pay Goodwill $300 for a thing that costs $10 on Canal Street. Like, that's dirty. That's dirty to be doing to people. Can't be doing that. Don't be selling fakes to Goodwill. Don't be donating fakes. Here's MargaretSkiff. She's got a
Let's
good
play one of my
point,
favorite games. Is Goodwill trying to sell this item for more or less than it was originally sold in stores for? First up, we have this ribbed Zara tank top, and I actually...
Zara, okay? Fast fashion Zara. How much is this Zara tank top gonna be? CB says, no one is donating anything Gucci to Goodwill. We sell that stuff on the real when we're done with it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, no one's donating real stuff. Like, it, and if you are finding it in certain, certain cities, maybe in wealthy areas, you could by chance find those things. But the people that work there are filtering those things out. Because another thing I forgot to show you guys on the Goodwill website is that they have an auction set up where all of the more expensive items go up for like an auction. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this dumb shit. Guys, a collection of assorted Swiss Army knives, $150. Natural Mind Tanzanite and Diamond 14 karat gold ring. $1,240. Get out of town. What? Rare vintage Wagnerware cast iron twin waffle iron, $346. Is that a collector's item or something? Like, here's appraised 8,000, 3.82 karat diamond, 14 karat gold hoop earrings, $3,430. So we're not selling this stuff in the Goodwill store, okay? The really high ticket stuff, the real bags, the real shoes, they're all going to this. You're not gonna get your Louboutins in the Goodwill. You're just not. And at least I was of the opinion that a lot of that content is fake. That people are faking these things, faking finding them in Goodwill. I don't know how they're doing it. Maybe they're in cahoots with a person who works at Goodwill. They're trying to make people come to Goodwill looking for stuff, you know, kind of like Storage Wars. Remember Storage Wars, where all of it turned out to be fake, and they're putting bait items in there to make it more interesting? Maybe it's the same idea. KO says, I'm not in the thrift store for that fashion note. Yeah, more vintage stuff. I'm with you. Like, most of the people in the thrift store cannot afford and do not have any desire for any of these items. That's why they have that auction on their website there. But I just thought I'd point that out because they do have some high ticket items. But I cannot imagine paying $150 for a couple of freaking Swiss Army knives, dude. What? Get out of here. Okay, so here's a tank top from Zara. How much do we think it is? $30?
Actually own this tank top. I bought it in stores from Zara, and Goodwill is selling it for a whopping $20. If you guess that
$20, guys, for a used tank top from Zara.
Goodwill was selling it for more than its original retail price, you'd be correct, because it's currently listed on the Zara website for
$8.90, guys. We're selling it for more than double the new price for a used Zara shirt at Goodwill. Make it make sense. This is insane to me. Like, and in case you're questioning,
whopping $20.
It is the exact same shirt. It's just a different color.
If you guessed that Goodwill was selling it for more than its original retail price, you'd be correct, because it's currently listed on the Zara website for $8.90.
Insane. What, like, why, you're, like, that's such a dirtbag move, because the only people you're hurting are poor people. Like, that's so dirty, man. Ugh. Gross. Like, and like that one lady said, oh, our pricing people, they don't know brands. Oh, really? They don't? Okay. Clearly not. Clearly they've never heard of Google either, because you can look up Zara online and find that tank top in 2 seconds and realize it costs $8 brand new. What are we doing? $8 and they're charging $20 for it. Like, this is not charity anymore. Okay, so here we have another one, guys. Meant to change it yesterday.
Who prices this stuff? Who the hell's gonna put $4 on a candle that's burnt down like that?
You know what?
Not that I want it. I'm just wondering.
Okay. Real quick pause. Look at that. The candle's half gone. Okay, it's a like a mason jar with a handle on it and a lid. Half of the candle is gone and burned down, okay?
Like,
no.
$3.99 for a burned up candle.
Who did this?
He said, I'm gonna find out who did this.
Who did it?
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. But honestly, hold on a second. Can we also talk about why is this woman wearing a body camera inside of Goodwill? What's happening here? I've been to thrift stores. I've never felt like I needed a body cam for the thing. I kind of want to know. Nance says, being they have to sell so much junk, and depending on who's working, they aren't Googling. It sounds expensive, so $20 bandos, please. Hey.
Thanks for the 20 bandos.
Yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
Semperfi 1918, welcome to the chat. Hello, hello. Says, yep, I tell them all the time what's garbage and what's way overpriced all the time. Yeah, see, do you work at a Goodwill, Semperfi? Well, welcome, by the way. Thank you for joining. Do you work at a Goodwill, or are you just saying that you shop there and you've tried calling them on it? Because I'm curious if someone, if it's possible to even say, hey, this is a ridiculous price, and maybe they lower it for you at the register, because we've definitely shown that it's possible to have the price doubled and tripled at the register. But have they ever dropped the price down for you when you said, hey, this price is crazy on this thing or whatever? Like, because I feel like something that is that's a used item, you can't charge even 50% of the new price is going to be way too much. Like, basing it on the new price at all is wild to me. KO says, oh my gosh, someone from the wilderness. That's funny. Yes, welcome. Welcome. That's cool. New viewer. Look at that. YouTube is is reaching out the fingers all over. Okay, so oh wait, hold on. So we're still arguing the half burnt down candle for $3.99. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they change the price for her.
Empty candle.
Hold on a second. Before that, she's found an empty candle jar. This is just the jar that it used to be in with the lid, you guys. For $3.49. It's garbage. Throw it in the trash. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? This is crazy.
How are you guys going to put $4 on a candle that's
Here's the confrontation, okay.
A quarter full and burned. And
I love the Goodwill body cam. Just the premise of having a Goodwill body cam is amazing to me.
All this shit from probably a dollar store.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I meant to change it yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant to change it just yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, I see this all the time.
He meant to change it yesterday, guys.
I buy stuff and help out. And when I see half burnt candles that are practically
I was gonna do that today
for $4. Like, who prices this stuff? Who comes up with the prices? That's ridiculous. Don't you think that's ridiculous?
Yeah.
It is more than half gone. I amend what I said. I gave him too much credit. It is more than half burned down. That's throw that in the garbage, please.
I think you guys.
Everyone says welcome, Semperfi. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Nance says it's a fancy decor jar. Yeah. Is that your new change jar you're gonna drop your coins into? Also, I could buy a whole candle for that price, and then still own the jar when it's done. So what are we buying empty jars for? Like, I don't get it.
You need to pay better attention to what you're pricing back there. Because I think that's just a complete ripoff. $4 for a burnt candle. Seriously.
The one employee's got his hands in his pockets. He's like, get me out of this awkward interaction. Nance says it's a fancy decor jar. Okay. A KO says, make it make 99 cents. Exactly, dude. Like, what is happening? 25 cents. Exactly. 25 cents is the most I would pay for an empty jar that has a lid. CB says, people buy so much shit They do not need, it blows my mind. Yeah, dude, and this is like, kind of, some of these things on this, like, I've seen a lot of videos of this, like, kind of glassware shelf, and it reminds me of the show Hoarders. Because the kind of things that they have there, like, you don't need that. You do not need a glass cat statue, okay? You don't need a 15th set of salt and pepper shakers. You don't need it. I guarantee it. CB is living the condo life and has downsized. She's like the Marie Kondo of the condo lifestyle. And I'm with it, dude. I like the minimalism. It makes life easier. You don't have too much stuff around. But okay, so here's some more evidence of actual trash on the shelves at Goodwill.
I've never seen Goodwill try to sell
Our new people left. I think I scared them away.
trash before, basically.
Oh, she is talking really quiet. Sorry. Hold on a second.
I've never seen Goodwill try to sell trash before, basically.
She said, I've never seen Goodwill try to sell trash before, basically.
Empty wine bottle.
This is an empty wine bottle, y'all. An empty wine bottle.
$7.
For $7? $7 for an empty wine bottle. My whole... I have some empty gray goose bottles they can sell for $8. That's
wild.
Wild doesn't even begin to describe it. Like, how can you justify having actual trash on the shelf? And if you think that was just a fluke, here's another one.
Greetings from the Goodwill for another episode of What's Going On With...
Oh my god, what happened?
Yes, that's me in full conference mode.
I clicked on the wrong thing, sorry.
Greetings from the Goodwill for another episode of What's Going On With These Prices.
Okay, so this is LeBlanc French Fizz. LeBlanc. KO says, Drew, donate today. Yeah, I'm gonna donate. I'm gonna get right on to Goodwill's website. I'm just gonna send them. I'd be like, listen, guys, I've got a bunch of empty jars. I got jars, okay? I got mason jars, vintage mason jars. $50 a piece we could sell these things for. But, let's see, LeBlanc French Fizz. I want to see how much this costs. I like this song. Here we go. JL Quinson, French Fizz LeBlanc 2021. Y'all, how much do you think it costs? How much you think it costs? How much do you think this wine costs? Now keep in mind, you're getting not only that fancy bottle you just saw, but the bottle is filled with wine, okay? How much you think it costs? $50? $100? $1,000? $7.99, guys. This is my kind of wine, basically. $7.99. That's a good price. CB says $6.99. Very correct. Yes, $6.99. You already knew. You've seen it. KO says $17. See, $7.99. Okay, with the wine in it. And when you're buying a bottle of wine for $7.99 or any price, you're considering, even let's say it's $50. You're paying $50 for the wine, right? Not the bottle. You're not like, oh, well, I mean, the wine's worth $45 and the bottle's worth at least $5, so $50, right? KO says, "Oh, FCB, you win." Yeah, she was right on. She knew right off the bat what we were looking at here. But let's see. Now that we know that a bottle of this wine costs $8, how much does she is the price for the empty bottle here?
So these are regular price $6 with
$6, she says, and the empty bottle is gonna be $2.99. $2.99, you guys, for an empty wine bottle. What are we doing? And I mean, to give, if you could play the devil's advocate at all, you could argue that they're resealable bottles. Okay, it's not like a normal wine bottle where the cork is off and it's just open. It's got that that old like metal top where you can reclose it. Okay, so, but even still, an empty bottle of wine that someone might have put their mouth on, and you're gonna purchase that for $3 when the bottle full of wine is $6?
with the wine. And after somebody enjoyed the wine, dropped them off here, Goodwill decided to sell them for $3. What do you think?
I think that's a crime. That's Wendy Aguilar TV on TikTok, by the way. Bacon strips, you got to remind me. I think I missed a couple of those attributions. I'll make sure to get those in the description when I fill out descriptions in the next 2 to 7 weeks. TV says people will buy anything because they see stuff on social media and then they think that they need it. Wild. And you know what? I think you've got it. Social media is definitely a driving factor to these problems at Goodwill. KO says, why is it so cheap? Is it like the Miller High Life champagne of beers of wine? Yeah, it is the champagne of beers of wine. Yeah, if I was buying a bottle of wine, I would look right past that bottle just because of the bottle it's in, personally. But that's just me. I don't know. I'm no aficionado. I buy based on what the bottle and the label looks like, and that one doesn't look cool. KO says, bacon strips, make sure Drew's doing his stuff and reporting. Yeah, he is tuned out long ago because I talked way too much. So, on the other side of it, okay, oh wait, hold on. I have a little clip for the online auction part of things. A couple examples from the online auction. If it will load.
Exposing Goodwill's darkest secrets, they definitely don't want the public to know about this. Most people think
Why is the music so scary?
that thrift stores are designed for lower income people to be able to get quality items at a cheap price.
Yes, I would say that's correct. Thrift stores are for low income people, cheap prices. You're right.
Fortunately, that is not the case. If you are donating your quality items expecting that a family in need will be able to purchase them, you are dead.
$7,400 sapphire earrings. Now, but that's you can't now. You can't get mad at them for this because these are items that are worth a lot of money. And also on the website, it's an auction. So this is a bid that someone put in on this item. So I don't know if we can really have the same smoke for the online auction because it's not like they're setting these prices on here. This is just what the price has gotten to, what people are bidding on the item. And that seems like 14 karat blue sapphire diamond earrings. I mean, that's seems like an expensive item to me if it's authentic. KO says, I like decoy. Look it up, Drew. CB says, not to derail, But I heard it was 46 degrees in Ohio today. What are you talking about? No, it was like 75 where I'm at. I don't know. No, me and the ducks were outside in the sun. I had my little babies out for a while. I was going to take pictures of them, but then the red-tailed hawks started circling, so I put everybody back inside. Decoy. Decoy what? Decoy... Is that... KO, is that a brand? Nance says it was 74 today. Oh, KO says 61 right now. Sorry to hear that. No, this week is going to be perfect down here. Mid-70s during the week, mid-50s at night. It's perfect. I love it. I love springtime. Duck updates. Yes. Yes. So I've got... Lord. I don't know if I want to admit fully how many ducks I have, but I have 16 that just went into lockdown today. So in 3 days, we'll have at least probably 12. Hopefully, you know, you never know how many are gonna hatch. So it's, you know, what the saying is true. You cannot count them before they hatch. But I have 16 eggs that are in lockdown, so we might have a lot more this week. Nance says it was beautiful. I had my windows down and all while driving. Hey, me too, man. Me too. KO says I bought it from the bottle. Decoy is a wine. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me look that up. Oh, okay. Okay. I see why you told me to look it up. Look at that. Aw. It's got a little duck on there. Alright. I like that. That's cool. See, that's the kind of... I would fall for that immediately. That's the kind of branding I would fall for. Okay, so let's let this person finish. This is, JRideFlips on TikTok.
Dead wrong. Anything of value never even hits the sales floor and is put up immediately on shopgoodwill.com and auctioned off at the highest prices possible.
35.8 pounds of Lego with minifigure pieces and manuals, Minecraft, Star Wars, $81. Legos that are out of the package, just in a bag. $81, guys. Wow. CB says, yeah, my mom lives in Akron area, and she said it was 46 this morning. This morning was cold. Yeah, you're right. It was very cold this morning. It was mid 40s for me as well this morning, but after the sun came up, it got up to the 60s, 70s really quick. It was nice.
Awesome. But they get so many donations that some things even have to go to the floor at extremely outrageous prices. $80, $100 for...
I don't think $100 is wild for that purse. Somebody tell me that's a canvas bag, I can see, but if it's real, I don't know if $100 is really that crazy. Becky says, yeah, maybe early this morning. Yeah, early this morning was cold for sure. KO says, so that's going to be $300 soon. Yeah, the empty bottle of Decoy wine will be $300 for sure. Nance says, that's morning, CB. Give it an hour and it'll be 15 degrees warmer. Oh, God. New York life sounds miserable, my man.
Some fake Louis Vuitton and $60 for a
Okay, so it was a fake Louis Vuitton. $100 for a fake Louis. Come on.
Of course, people don't buy these outrageous prices, so these items get chucked into a truck, and once they've been tossed around and broken, they get thrown in some bins, and people buy them at the pound. Of course, things don't sell there as well, so most...
he says people buy them at the pound, he means people buy them by the pound in the bins. So, other stores, not Goodwill, like stores like, well, I don't know. There's a bunch of different names of them, but they have these bins that they fill on a certain day every week, and then the price on the day that they fill it is like the highest it is for the week, and then every day that passes by, the prices drop so that they move the inventory out of the way before the next week's stuff comes. So you can root through the bins, and then after people who have rooted through the bins, whatever stuff is left gets sold by the pound.
Those things just end up in the dumpster. I mean, look at all these high quality items that actually could have made it to those low income families that we think.
See, this is in the dumpster, and he's got a good point here, because the fact that they're posting these high prices, okay? These are preventing the very people that they are claiming to be helping. They're preventing them from getting the things that they need. Because if they go there thinking, okay, I need 4 plates, I bet I could get it for $4 at Goodwill. Then they go to Goodwill, and Goodwill wants $8 for a plate that's from Target that costs $2. They're not going to buy it. And then it just goes in the trash, and who won? Goodwill? You could have made $1 on that. You didn't pay anything for it. You could have sold that for $1. You could have marked it down to 50 cents after it didn't sell for $1, and somebody might have bought that thing. But now it's in the trash forever because of your greed. Like, that's disgusting to me. And you're still gonna act like you're the superhero out here helping the community and saving the less fortunate. But you're not. You're taking advantage of them and pricing them out of the only place where they can afford stuff. That's gross to me. CB says, I'm okay with it being 80 degrees when I wake up to go down to the gym at 5 a.m. Hey, man. You're right by the beach, too? You see palm trees on your way? Oh, love it. I love it. Nance, not my idea of fun. Okay, but yeah, CB says the dude complaining about it being cold for the last week. Yeah, I would take whatever warmth I could get. But, in Ohio, we tend to get, it'll just be cold, like 40 degrees all spring, and then out of nowhere, it'll be 80 degrees, and we never get those, like, perfect, like, balmy spring temperatures. So I'm thankful for that. I know Florida, it's like 100 degrees down there already. That's awesome. I also would be cool with that if I was by the beach, but ain't no beaches up here. So I found this account. This is Trendy John. Okay, I love him. Trendy John Sunscreen. He's on TikTok. Drew's going today's talk him into a timeshare. Yeah. A timeshare that can have ducks. That's what I need. I need a timeshare at a farm property in Florida. Okay, so here's Trendy John.
I am at Winter Garden, Goodwill, and let's go check the crazy prices.
So, he is in a wealthy area, and he said, he posts these videos like all the time of these crazy things that he finds in Goodwill, but not all of them are crazy prices, I don't feel like, because of what they are. They're kind of more expensive items, but CB says, I have to be in Ohio in like 2 weeks. If it's not 80 when I get there, I'm going to turn around and fly home. We'll see what we can do.
First up, a Disney cake mold is $15.99.
A cake mold is $15.99. Okay. That seems like a lot. That's probably the original price, though.
Not sure what brand these jeans are. They're AMIRI, but
that's Amiri jeans. Okay, how much are they?
they are $199.99.
$199.99. Now, no one in CB says Winter Garden is 2 hours from me. Okay, so there you go. Winter Garden is a wealthy area in Florida. KO says only week out temp. You should have been here 2 weeks ago, CB. Yeah, for sure. It was warm then, but I think it is gonna warm back up. In a week or so, it should be 80 degrees. I think I saw. Yeah, Nance, get down here. Get back down here. We're flying in Monday and leaving Friday. Well, Nance, get those days off work, dude. Get a day off. Get down here. Okay, so these are Amiri jeans, and I hate that I know what these are. They cost about $1,000, and I'm not exaggerating. And like $800 to $1,100 you'd spend on Amiri jeans. So $200 isn't crazy, but again, putting those on the floor is nuts. Like, unless you know you have a clientele that's coming in to buy designer clothes. Nance says, if it was a weekday, I'd swing by and say hi. What are you talking about? You're a grown man. Take off work and come down here. Johnny, you too. Take off work. Park the garbage truck. Get down here. Okay, Amiri jeans, $200. That's not too crazy. Okay.
A Jacksonville Jaguar jersey.
Jaguars jersey number 22. I'm embarrassed to not know who that is. Sorry. Guys, I want to know because that affects the value of it. Okay, sorry. That's Jerry Jones. He's a cornerback for the Jags. No, he's a good player, so that's a good buy. $99.99 is a little much though, because I think on the NFL website the jerseys are only like $125, right? I don't know. Let me know. Nance says, maybe during August I'll have some PTO time to burn up then. Oh, my God, bro. Let me down. There's nobody that can turn large metal cylinders into slightly smaller metal cylinders for you for a couple of days. Some like old guy, you could pull him off the bench. Nance says, you ever fly up to Cleveland or do you more go to C-Bus? I think she's here just for work. So yeah, I mean, all over the country, man. CB is in high demand. I'm all over to Ohio, depending on which health department I'm working with. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, so let's see what else.
$99.99. I'm not sure what brand of sunglasses these are. You can let me know in the comments. They're
$40 sunglasses, sure.
A bottle of Givenchy, I think is how you pronounce it, cologne.
Used cologne for $80, guys. Nance says, let us know when it's a Cleveland trip. Okay, we can do a Cleveland trip.
$79.99.
Givenchy, man, is crazy. Like, what? $80 for this. I'm sorry to keep pausing at bacon strips, but I don't know how much Givenchy pie costs, and I want to know. $119. Oh no. Hold on, guys. Look at this. Walmart has it for $36. Oh, it's a robbery. It's a straight up robbery. $36 Walmart is selling it for, brand new, unopened, in the box, the actual thing, totally not faked. And this is an open one that could be refilled with some sort of whatever. Unreal. Unreal, guys. They're raising the price over new.
It's $49.99.
CB
A
says,
Ralph
I had
Lauren women's trench coat.
I had a New York client, but I low-key got rid of them. Missing says, wild. Yes, hey, thank you, Missing, for joining us. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. I don't know how they can continue to justify this and claim to be helping the poor and helping the community when they're clearly just actually robbing people.
Is $49.99. A Michael Kors satchel bag is $199.99.
Michael Kors satchel bag for $199.99. Now, I'm sure it costs more than that new, but again, know your audience, right? Like, who is coming to Goodwill expecting to drop $200 on a purse? I don't think a lot of people.
A big Cessna remote controlled plane is $159.99.
Okay, I have no idea. I'm not familiar with the cost of Cessna remote control airplanes, but I'll just take their word for it.
I'm assuming this bracelet is probably gold. If not, it's $89.99.
I hope it's gold if they're charging $89.99 for it. And then I'm wondering, who's evaluating the jewelry? You know? Like, who's looking at these things and deciding what the value is? Because I don't know, man. I'm a little skeptical of $90 at Goodwill on gold jewelry. CB says no one is buying MK anymore. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I'm not a big purse buyer, but that's just my observation from seeing people out there. Crooked Orchid says hello to Missing as well. Hey, thank you for joining. Appreciate you. KO says, I passed hard, but the label has me laughing.
Anyways, and this necklace is $59.99.
Okay. $59.99. I mean, like, maybe it is gold. I don't know. Maybe it was real gold. I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Bacon strips. Smack that like button for us. So here is a person who says that they have been priced out of Goodwill. She was in the thumbnail.
I just left the thrift store and I realized I've been priced out of Goodwill.
This is oh, ha, that's funny. Avi B in Pisces is her TikTok name.
I've been priced out of the thrift store. It's actually cheaper for me to go to, like, literally any department store clearance section than it is to go to Goodwill at this point.
Yeah, and she's 100% right. You could get better deals at places like Walmart, Kohl's, even other, like, smaller, like, closeout stores, whatever you have near you. You can get a better price there, and you're buying new items. And they're selling used stuff, and they want to charge a tax for it. For what? Like, what are we talking about right now? KO says oh yeah, I missed that one. Missing. If you keep around, it will be fun, and I think you should chat. Oh yeah, absolutely. Feel free to chat. Oh, he says, they say, glad to be here. Hey, we are glad you're here as well. We're all friends, and we are here every Monday and Friday talking about whatever thing I found on the internet this week that is upsetting me. Becky says, my kid's girlfriend does. Oh, have the MK? Okay. All right. Missing says, if you get it for free, you shouldn't be charging more than $5 or $10. Absolutely. Like, what? It's 100% profit. What are we talking about here? Like, even if the original price is $300, it's still a thrift store. Like, put it out there for $10 and move on. Like, I think that they're mad that resellers are buying stuff at Goodwill and making a profit on it, and they feel like they're missing out on that money. So they're like, well, you know what we could do to try and recoup that is if we cut the resellers out by taking all of their profit out and sell it for the price that they would resell it for, then we'll make all the profit. But what they don't realize is that their customers are not the same group as the resellers' customers who are willing to pay high dollar for expensive items. Their customers are people who are looking for a low priced item that's you know, it's used. It's a used item, and we're charging more than the new price for it? What are we talking about? Nance says, welcome to the insane asylum, party room. Full frontal lobotomies are available for a minor charge. Oh my gosh. Where is it?
And this is not a laughing matter.
Yeah, cheaper than Goodwill. That's right.
That's crazy. I saw pants in there for like $40.
$40? Lord have mercy.
That's insane.
Like we were talking about before, like we're sheepish about buying pants in general at Goodwill just because it's like kind of gross. Like you don't know who owned them before or what got on them or whatever. But then you're going to charge $40 for them? No way. No, it's like those jeans we found that were $80 new and they're charging $59.99. Get out of here, Goodwill. You guys, they forgot who they are. They forgot who their customer is. They forgot who they are. They think Goodwill thinks that they are a 22-year-old online influencer in Los Angeles. I swear to God. KO says, I like having Drew chat with people. I love meeting new people. I like meeting new people too, KO. I have a lot of fun doing this, and I'm excited to see some new people in here. So I appreciate that. That must mean YouTube is showing our link out to a few more than the 10 people who normally watch. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.
I just bought a pair of...
And hey, feel free to hit that subscribe button because we're here every Monday and Friday, regardless of whether it's a holiday or not. And I will make you laugh. I guarantee that. So here is another... So this is a person who has... This pricing person has... They've had kind of a weird day.
This is exactly why Goodwill pisses me off. Because look, I just found these two vases.
Can we agree these two vases are the same vase? Can we agree that these are the same item? Oh my gosh. Fergie201 says, most resellers spend hundreds of dollars at Goodwill. Resellers are not rich people. Most are unemployed and trying to find an alternative way to make money. You're absolutely right, Fergie201. And thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. We are here every Monday and Friday live. And yes, they do. You're absolutely right. The resellers aren't rich people. They're not, even they are not walking in there to Goodwill to try and drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars. They want to buy something that costs $4. Now, my point would be, if you, as Goodwill, receive the pants for free, and you put them out for $5, you just made $5. You know what? I'll give them $10. You put it out for $10. And then a reseller comes in and was like, you know what? These pants are actually $600 new. I'm going to buy them and I'm going to sell them for $100. everyone wins, Goodwill. You still made your money. You still made $10, even though they went on to resell them for $100. And yeah, like you could make the argument that that's lost opportunity cost, but it's really not, because you made your $10 selling the pants to the reseller. So what do you care if they resell them to make more money? In fact, I would argue that's better, because you're supporting the community like your website claims that you love to do. Because as Fergie201 pointed out, resellers are not some rich conglomerate. They're regular people like you and me, just trying to make a couple extra bucks. It's not like they're out here getting rich on the back of Goodwill. Like, it's insane to even insinuate that the resellers are the villain in this situation, because clearly it's Goodwill. So thank you, Fergie. I appreciate you. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. KO says, hello, Fergie. They're making you a start, Drew. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We've got some new people. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. So we've agreed these two items are the same item, right? Same vase. Here we go.
Vases. They're the exact same, right?
Yeah.
For both
Yep.
glass.
Yep.
$8.99.
$8.99.
$4.99.
$4.99. What? Huh? What are we doing? What is this? Hold on. Where's Elmo? God, what are we doing? She bought the $4.99 one, though. Hey, I love it. And it looks great with those flowers in there, too. Those look like daylilies, if they're real. So beautiful. Fergie says, hello, everyone. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. But yeah, one's $4.99 and one's $8.99. Like, what is the pricing even based on? I feel like we're at, like, you guys ever go to one of those convenience stores that's like in the middle of the city, and you kind of like everyone gets a different price as you come through the line. Like, the guy kind of just sizes you up from behind the bulletproof glass, and he's like, $7.50. You know, I feel like it's kind of a thing like that. Like, people are just winging it with the prices, but what you should have is like a guideline that's standardized that you can train people on, and then every store experience is the same, and people aren't getting ripped off. Because this is insane, man. Like, okay, so here's... I loved this one. This high-end retailers like Goodwill. This person says they can't afford high-end retailers like Goodwill.
Even though I can't afford to shop at high-end retailers like Goodwill, it's...
I thought that was really good. This is BrianRichardSmith on TikTok.
Still fun to look. Check out some of the awesome stuff I saw this time. Like these 3 Chinese takeaway containers for $4.99.
Used Chinese takeaway containers wrapped in tape for $4.99. KO says, Fergie, do you resell? I always think it's a fun idea, but I would just buy stuff that I want. Missing says that's hilarious. Yeah, dude, Chinese food takeout containers were selling for money.
A framed
Like,
photo
what are
of
we
a couple
talking
that you
about?
don't know. An empty Smucker's grape jelly jar.
Come on, no. $1. This is more literal trash. $1.99 for this.
A vintage 2014 Happy Father's Day.
You guys. Okay, first of all, Dad, you donated this? That's disgusting. First of all, I'm sorry to little Aiden. Aiden made you this lovely Father's Day gift, and you donated it to Goodwill. And then Goodwill saw that, and they were like, you know what? You know who would buy that? Our customers. Lord have mercy, dude.
They love Aiden plate. A blank cassette for taping shows.
No. if you can't read that on the label in handwriting, it says it says blank cassette for taping shows. Oh my god. You can't. If you're, there's probably people watching this that don't even know what this item is. Okay? This is this is a VHS tape, you guys. A blank VHS tape. We used to put this is like a DVD player for people who are 40 years or older. If you put this inside of a VCR, you could record what was on the TV. That's what they're saying. A blank cassette for taping shows. I love it. This is like, I think this person, okay, the person who donated this item is so wholesome, and I want to be their friend. You know, I love that. But the idea of a Goodwill employee getting this and being like, you know what? People definitely need a blank VHS tape for sure. KO says, shut up, no. Nance says, Drew, we are old as F. Yes. He says, you still have a VCR, my brother. What are you doing? It's not hooked up, is it? I do not own a VCR anymore. I do have a couple tapes from like when I was younger, like sporting events and stuff like that. But oh my gosh, dude, you're selling blank tapes, you guys. Blank tapes.
A monster truck that's only missing one wheel.
And that didn't go in the trash because
Melissa and Bill's...
Oh, he says maybe. No, so it's connected. It's connected to a TV. So you're watching some stuff? KO says there is something creepy on the VHS. 100%. 100%. The stuff of nightmares is on that blank tape. I guarantee it. Nance says I have Christmas Vacation and Fast and the Furious on VHS. Okay. So I love Christmas Vacation, so can't bust on you for that. I love that.
Anniversary hat.
Melissa and Bill's anniversary, December 28th, 2018. Also, December 28th is your anniversary? Sheesh. Okay. But, I mean, what made them think that someone was going to want this and want to pay money for it? I mean, donating it to a homeless shelter, okay. But, like, what is this?
Don't worry, there's more.
There is more.
Like a CD-ROM from a 2008...
I think that there's people who don't know what this is. This is software for a printer that hasn't been sold for 25 years, and we're selling it for $2. What are we talking
Canon
about?
printer.
20 years. It's from 2008. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's a brand new printer. I'm sure there's tons of people out there who would sell that whole printer to you for the same price that they're selling the stupid software disk.
Stuffed cherry pepper.
You guys. A jar of peppers that's dirty still. Couldn't even be bothered to rinse it out. Missing says, yeah, I can't see a VHS without thinking there's something weird on it. Dude, 100%. If you have a VHS with a handwritten sticker on it, I don't care what's written on that sticker. Do not put that thing in the VCR. He says, dude, you're right. It's trash. 100%. 100%. And it's still got the junk on it. Like, I mean, I get that people could use this as a cup, okay? And you could definitely use it as a cup. Peel the label off, maybe wash it first. You know? I can't.
Peppers jar. Still hasn't been rinsed out. An IKEA tool container, minus the tool. It's only...
What? This is a tool container for a tool that's not included. And you don't even know what the tool is.
$10.
$10.
A random elementary school class.
Oh my gosh. There's somebody's elementary class photo from the 80s. I bet you one of the people listening right now is in this photo, because that looks like right about the right time for us here. Look at the teacher, too. Oh, I love that. I love that.
Photo. A bag of sushi rice. It's about 2 years old, but it's still good.
Okay, there you go, CB. There's the expired food we were looking for. It's only 2 years expired. $2.99, dude. For $2.99, you can buy 10 pounds of rice at the grocery store. Brand new, not expired at all.
A used container of white rain mousse.
Okay, hold on. A used container of mousse? Who's using mousse still, first of all? Second of all, it's used, it's open. Is that sanitary even? We're touching that and putting it in our hair, guys? Not me. Not me.
And of course, plenty of Bill Cosby records.
No. Yeah, those are flying off the shelves, I bet.
As unbelievable as it sounds, I managed to walk away with nothing today. Which of these
no
items would you
way.
have bought? Let me know in the comments.
You were able to resist those gems? CV says KO will buy that rice. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, but now there are some people who are finding some good stuff, okay, at Goodwill. There's still some deals out there to be had. All is not lost, okay? So I found this girl, Crystal, on TikTok. KO says, we've seen enough horror shows, but I will still watch the VHS. Okay.
I went thrifting. I got, like, such good stuff. I never buy anything new anymore.
Guys, this is, hi, I'm Crystal123 on TikTok. And, she's a small creator. So go and support her. She has 300 views on this video, but I like her energy.
I always buy pre-loved, pre-owned. And I'm gonna start a new series called Thrifted versus Comps, like comparable to what you would buy it for. And I don't know how these people buy it for this much because they just be wasting their money. First are these redone jeans, $265. These were half off. $4. This spiritual
$369 jeans for $4, y'all. $4? Black Magic says Bill Cosby records. I know. Like, what a random thing. Like, how are you... You're gonna bring that to the Goodwill. It's insane. Yeah, exactly. That'll be,
Thanks for the 20 bandos.
That'll be 20 bandos.
spiritual gangster jumpsuit, regular $200, $198, $118 on sale right now. I bought it for $639. Ferragamo shoes, I couldn't find the exact same ones, but
$118 to $6. That's a win, okay? That's a win, y'all.
on the website similar are $795.
She said,
and I bought them for $4. I also got a LuLuLemon matching
I love her.
set. Original price $68 was on final sale for the shirt. And then around $64 for the short. But I bought it for like $1 for both. AC Jig jumpsuit, I bought it
$64 shorts, she bought them for $1. That's awesome. And if you're trying to resell them, you could sell them for a few dollars and still make money, and the end customer still gets a good deal. You see what I'm saying? Like, these things are, if that thing was $120 and she bought it for $6, she could sell it for $40, make a ton of money, and then the other person says, wow, I got a $120 thing for $40. You know, it's a win-win-win. But Goodwill's not having it. They're like, no. I can't see poor people out here making money. I gotta get all that money.
for like $1, maybe $2, and look at the original prices. Gag. And then lastly, I got a Vivian Tam jacket. Oh my gosh, I bought it for like $3, and look at the prices.
$3? No kidding. Okay, so those jackets are over $1,000, y'all. If you missed that. And so that's a great find, you know, and it wasn't a fluke. She made a second episode. This is kind of new. It's a new channel. So here's her second
episode 2 of Thrifted versus Retail. It's pretty much where I tell you what I thrifted, how much it was, and what the
Love
original
her
price.
glasses,
This
too.
beautiful leather rock belt, I got it for $3.99, and original is $60 to $350. Mage sweater, I got
okay.
it for $5.49, and it's originally $130 to $400.
$130 to $450, dude. What? Okay. See, this is good. You know, like, if you wanted that to wear, like, what? That's a come up, dude. That's a come up.
We wore what bra top? I got it half off for $1.50, and it was $39.
Okay.
Bolster top, I got it for $5.49, and it's around $100.
$5.49, and they're normally $138. See, that's it right there, man. That's awesome.
$138. Shirt by Rochelle Barron's dress. It is a very similar style, just different print, and this one was $137 regular, and I got it for $6.39. Ah!
Nice work. Okay, so check her out. That's Crystal. Hi, I'm Crystal123 on TikTok. And then there's one other guy. Well, there's a couple of them that have become real popular on TikTok doing the flipping thing. And they're actually pretty good at it. And they're good at making the content because they get a lot of views. This is Jake's Jump.
Alright, so I'm here at Goodwill and want to see if I can turn $40 into $600. So let's go inside.
So what he does is he goes to Goodwill and he buys things and resells them. Very simple.
And see
a
what
lot of the stuff he
Off to
does,
an interesting-
he'll kind of focus on like the weird items, like exercise equipment and things like that originally had a really high price tag, but Goodwill is selling for cheap to try and get rid of it, get it out of their store because they only have so much floor space available for all of this stuff, and there's constantly new things being dropped off. Here's a whole hospital bed sitting in the Goodwill.
Interesting start here.
Right next to the dog crates. That's where I would keep a hospital bed too. Right next to the dog crate.
With a hospital bed. Looks like they want $150 for it. You know,
$150 for the hospital bed. I think that's a win right there, but he's trying to stay under $40.
brand new, this thing was probably $10,000.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going to check online real quick and see what they're going for. The only problem is the prices are too inconsistent. Okay. Some are $200, some are $2,000, some are $400, some are $100.
See, I mean, like, yeah, I think it would depend on the features and stuff for that, sure.
Not to mention with the hospital bed, there's a dirty factor, so
yeah,
I'm going to pass on this one.
Okay, probably a good move.
But over in the back corner of the store, there is this really nice
the gross
black
couch.
leather couch.
Is it
It's
$400?
Which we can work with.
See, $50 for a couch, that's more the price that you expect at a Goodwill, you know? Missing says, who dropped that off? Right? Like, grandma passed away, and, like, before you're cleaning the house out and you take the whole hospital bed into Goodwill? Like, I wanna see the video of that getting donated. Like, let's hear that conversation. Too bad they didn't have the Goodwill body cam like that lady did earlier. Nance says win, but it's free with Medicare. See, that's a good point. They probably didn't even pay for the darn hospital bed. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Nance says somebody got a family member pass. CV says nothing is free with Medicare, bud. Nance says we have my grandma's hospital bed still. Oh my gosh, man. What are you saving that for?
It's in solid condition. And
I mean, solid condition is arguable, but okay.
It's made by Ital Sofa, which is an Italian brand, which means this is Italian leather. So
I mean, that's kind of a leap there. Actually, hold on a second. I want to fact check that because I don't know, man. Ital Sofa, really? Okay, so they're, oh, here it is. Here it is. It is $2,000. Okay? $2,000.
Oh, we'll definitely grab this. All right, pretty cool.
It does not look like real leather, but that's just my opinion. Nance says, for if my mom or dad need it, it's taken apart in this store. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. If it's not, I mean, if it's like in the dining room or something, that's kind of what I was envisioning, because those hospital beds are enormous, man. Yeah, you would have to take it apart.
Cool deal. The couch was $50, but I had 20% coupon, so it was exactly.
Is he wearing lip balm? What are we?
It's in great condition. All that's wrong with it is it's dusty and the legs are broken down here. So super easy fix. Should take us 30 minutes.
Fix it right there in the street, man.
So unfortunately, I think we should remove the chrome here. I like the look of it. It's kind of retro, but it is bubbling up and kind of cracked at the bottom. So
the chrome is bubbling up. I don't think that's chrome then, my friend. Oh, okay, I already read that one. Sorry.
I think it looked better if we just take it off. Just gonna dolly it inside to repair it
right.
and take pictures.
Okay. So he's taking the legs off and he's gonna sell it without the legs. Do you want a couch with no legs though? I don't know. I don't know.
We set all this up here.
Okay. So you got the setup.
And that is that we have to wipe it down. This will help.
He got some leather cleaner from the auto parts store to shine it up a little bit. Okay, that's a good idea.
Ideally once a week, just to keep the leather from drying up, and it should last you a lifetime. And you can see a lot.
They actually make spray that is for sofas, so you don't have to use the stuff from AutoZone. But good idea on the flipping, yeah, for sure.
The dust and dirt on the back here, just wipe it right off.
Yep.
And it looks brand new.
Yep.
But that is it. It's all clean, super easy job. Like I said,
oh, okay. So he's not reselling the couch. He is using it for himself. Again, that's awesome. If you're keeping it for yourself, 100%. But like, if I thought he was about to turn around and be like, I'm going to sell this couch for $1,000. That's disingenuous. Missing says, yeah, it depends on how much he's going to sell it for. There's nothing worse than a bad DIY job. Man, I totally agree. Like, I see so many cool, like, furniture transformation videos on TikTok, but there's so many, too, that are, like, just crap. And it's like, you just ruined that thing. Like, you could have just left it how it was and it was fine. Now somebody else is going to have to spend the time to take all the stupid paint off or whatever, you know? KO says, I need cake to play out from this... I need cake to play out from this Italian leather sofa. Cake is a band for young people.
Be a 30 to 45 minute cleanup. The shopping only took us about 20 minutes, so we're all in for just over an hour's worth of work. I threw it up for 680 and already
680? No. My guy.
I threw it up for 680 and already have a few people interested, so this should easily bring $600. So we are looking at a minimum of $560 profit.
That's dirty right there. That's dirty. I mean, good for him for making the money, but man, come on. You bought it for $50, dude. Let somebody else have a come up too. You know, you could have sold it for 100 or 200 and still made money on that. The Eric Freeze says, I love to see people buy stuff for themselves instead of ripping someone off. Yeah, I agree with you. And then he says, never mind. Yeah, I was with you. I was like, oh, wow, he set it up in his house. He's here to keep it for himself. And then he's like, oh, no, I'm going to flip it for 600, bro. Yeah, I agree, man. That's gross.
For 1 hour of work.
Yeah, 1 hour of work. Yeah. And just a little exploitation of a business that's supposed to be for the benefit of the poor. But okay. I mean, sure. This is another similar account called Logan Lists on TikTok.
I got $6. I'm at Goodwill. Let's see if we can make a profit.
I like this guy's energy.
$30 pressure washer, but we're not sure if it works.
Okay, pressure washer, $30. I bet you yeah, Missing says spoke too soon. Yeah, no kidding. I bet you that the pump is bad. Just from having experience with pressure washers, the pump is bad, and the person could not figure out how to use it properly and burned it up, and now it won't work ever again.
I can feel the pain from my childhood looking at this thing.
Oh,
this
no
cabinet is only $6. I'm thinking a high-end bar cart. Here's the idea I'm going with.
Okay. See, now if you're going to put in some work and make it a new thing, okay. But as long as it's tasteful, again, like y'all were saying, like sometimes they do those bad DIY jobs and it's gross. Like that thing, I think people would buy that as is, no problem.
And let's see if we can take it home. First things first, let's take it off the old Tundra. This is heavy to say the least.
Yeah, because it's made of real wood, son.
For a bar cart. So So let's start by taking everything apart. Put some caster wheels on it so we can roll this thing around.
He's putting casters on it. Okay.
Does anybody else lose everything they touch within 5 seconds? Then we can begin to prep it for painting. And before we forget, we gotta scuff everything else up.
Alright, sure.
We are going with...
yeah, okay. Now, I'm gonna hard disagree here because, yes, Eric, welcome. KO says welcome. Thank you for being here. We're here every Monday and Friday. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. But yeah, you gotta strip the varnish off. You have to strip the poly off of it, sand it down before you... whatever. I mean, I guess you're trying to keep the hours down so you make money on the thing. Okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Try not to be too critical here. Just rattle can that thing. Oh my god.
I always put 2 or 3 coats on when spraying, but you just...
Like, you guys, spraying equipment is not expensive. Like, oh man. Okay.
Kind of have to eyeball it, honestly. 3 is probably what you need.
Disagree again, but I'm not here to critique.
Just a heads up, a terrible transition coming in. That was so bad.
No, that was good. That was good. And he had his little, he had his blue tape on the ground marking his spot so he'd have the same camera position. I like it. Good job, bud. That was good.
Fun fact, I found this jumpsuit when I was 15 at Goodwill. Yeah, I'm 30 now. Anyways, we added a cool touch, and now we're going to add polyurethane water-based. We're also going to add this to the top, just because for drinks and stuff, it'll be really nice, and it's a nice touch. Then all we got to do is put everything back together.
Hey, that looks pretty good.
Congrats. If you made it this far, you might as well stay, because the ending is definitely worth it.
That looks great. Definitely a
Gonna
good
add some lights
idea.
on the inside, and also we found these at Goodwill. We're gonna spray paint these gold.
Okay.
And put them on the inside of the. And the door's definitely open,
Look
so
at
that's
that.
cool for
All
extra
right.
space. Here it is, all suited up.
See, I like that, but I would have gone with a little bit darker blue, not the rattle can blue. But hey, that's just me. I appreciate the creativity there, and he applied his own work. So if you're gonna flip it and sell it for more money, I'm fine with that because he spent money and time
it would be
on
great for hosting, and for $6, I mean, who can go wrong?
Absolutely,
I have about
man.
$65 in this, maybe.
And he put the little lights in there and the wine bottle racks. That's nice. What a nice touch.
Think it was worth saving, and how much do you think it was worth?
I think you could sell that for $300-400 now. You know, that was great, and there's definitely money out here to be made, and now I don't know how much of this content is actually like legit. You know, like I was saying before about the storage wars thing, like how much are they really finding these like fancy designer things at Goodwill, or is this just, I don't know. I mean, they're showing the Goodwill tags, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet, and you gotta have that healthy dose of skepticism when you look at stuff like this. Especially the kind of work from home, get rich quick type of things, you know, they kind of like to make it seem easier than it is. The Eric Freeze says, I take old window air conditioners from the trash, clean them up, and resell them. But I see people do the same thing, but they don't even clean the equipment, and they resell it for $180. Wow. Well, first of all, the Eric Freeze, that is a great service you're providing, because a lot of people can't afford to buy a window air conditioning unit, because those things are $300, $400, $500 just for a small one, you know, for like an 8,000 whatever they call it, BTUs. Is it BTUs in the air conditioner? But whatever, like the 8,000, like the little tiny window units, even those are a few $100. So that's a great thing to do. I absolutely love that. But yeah, to take them and and flip it without even cleaning it up or making sure it works is gross. But that's cool that you have the skills to fix those. Because I actually had that happen to me when I had a window air conditioner. The power supply failed, and I was able to replace it on my own. And it's oh, okay. Nance says I paid $87 for my $5,000 BTU window air conditioner, but it was back in 2011. Nance, that's not relevant. 2011 prices, it's double that now. Eric Freeze says the lowest price is like $230. Yeah, see, that's what I've seen, is like they're about $200 for like the smallest one, but that small one's not going to be enough to cool down your bedroom. You need at least the 12,000 BTU, or you're not doing anything with those window units, man. The window unit life is not for the faint of heart. I definitely did that for a long time before I had central air installed at my house, and it's brutal. We actually switched from those window units to the in-room ones, but man, like, what a huge difference you're making for the people that you're helping out there, because they're able to buy a window unit that you have very little money invested in, so you can still make money on it, and they can pay way less than new price. Everybody wins. And that's the idea behind Goodwill too. But they've taken that Goodwill and they've turned it to greed, and I don't like it. I don't like the message. I don't like the optics, especially with all that they have done and supposedly do for communities to be out here doing this stuff. It just rubs me the wrong way. And like you guys were saying, I don't know. I don't know if I would want to support them. I definitely wouldn't donate my stuff there if I know that this is what they're doing with it. But hey, that's just me. That's just my opinion. But hey, I appreciate y'all for hanging out. It's been great. We got some new people in the chat today. Missing the Eric Freeze, Semper Fi, all you guys. I appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button. Smack that like button. I'm here every Monday and Friday around 7 o'clock. We go live, talk for a couple hours about whatever thing I found on the internet that got me all riled up this week. Becky says, good night, folks. Stay safe. The Eric Freeze says, I normally sell them for between $50 to $100, and I give a discount of $20 if they give me their old broken unit. See, that's great. That's great. That's a great business model. That's a great price. You are doing a great service for people. That's amazing. That's awesome. There's still good people out there, y'all. They're not all just heartless resellers, We got Eric Freeze out here, and he is keeping the less fortunate and budget conscious among us in the air conditioning. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate all of y'all for watching. Eric Freeze says, I'm definitely subscribed. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. My name's Drew, and this is the Extras, and I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for joining me. I hope y'all had a great Memorial Day, and we will catch you again on Friday for the next one. Peace.